Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Biscuits and chicken. Yes. The only thing though is I'm not a fan of drumsticks. But that don't really look too much like a drumstick. That looks more like the part of the wing. Because it's like wings are good. I don't have a problem with wings. But it's just the big drumsticks. Like, I don't like those. But that looks delicious. It's meticulous. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? Oh dear, how do I answer this? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oh, I mean, the food looked good. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg, flatter him. Oh, they say that flattery will get you everywhere. And he's been full of himself this whole game, so I don't think taking him down a peg is the way to go. See, I got the hearts. I got the hearts. You know, I think we might be a great team. Yay. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Goodness. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Now I decide to run out the door? Whatever. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Miriam. Where have you been? None of your business. No, that's mean. It's so mean. Because I had one heck of a night. Let me guess. You were with Clank. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. Don't worry. I'm good. Everything's good. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Oh, alright, it's fine, you tell your story. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date with the robot. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. Way to go, Miriam. Way to go. But even if he was that type of robot, you could probably just reprogram him, whatever. But he was just interested. He was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. Huh? You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Following up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. It's like, I got things to say too. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Oh, that is... High five, Miriam. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. I still think it's weird that she likes a pressure cooker or whatever, but whatever. Like who you like, I guess. And she's done nothing wrong. She supported me through this whole game. She's been a great friend. The only thing I would argue that she did that I thought was kind of messed up was there was like a second where she didn't really believe in me, and I thought that was kind of messed up. Like, I was like, oh yeah, me and Colonel Sanders, we had a connection, and she was like, you and him? And it was like, what? Like, why do you, like, do you really not believe it? I don't know. Anyway, but she's been a great friend, great character. She's all right. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals at the quad. In the quad, something about a quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though you don't care, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. He never does. He always thinks they're just playing around, so it's like, why should I get myself involved if he's just having a good time? Maybe just leave them alone, honestly. As long as they're not hurting him, then it's whatever. Because you know he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. It's no. See, now that's not. Before it was all fun and games. They were just throwing potato wedges at him or something. But now it's like they want to stuff him in the toilet. I think now's the time where I jump in, because that's not cool. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. His Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped too. Oh, Ashley, ooh, you're not right. You're so wrong. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. Exactly. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Key, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Nobody was saying you should pick on a horse. That's not what I was. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Key, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Oh my goodness, Ashley, you are just the absolute worst. Nobody likes you. Please go away. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. Thank you. Thank you, Colonel. Thank you. What is he doing complimenting her? I mean, to be fair, the presentation was amazing. Like, you can't deny that. She does have skills. So, it wasn't really a winner because there was nothing to compete against. But, I mean, at the very least, you can say her food, it looked amazing. The presentation was definitely there. Like, I can hate, but I can't hate on that. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Key, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. What is happening here? See you inside, Key. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, You walk across the quad to get some distance. He really don't. When it all comes down to it, he just wants to cook, and he likes to talk to people about cooking, and that's all there is to it. He does not really see any evil in people or what have you. He sees chefs, he wants to cook, and he's willing to talk to you about cooking. And that's all there is to it. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa, that's the book! It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger.
I really thought it was going to say something like I could erase somebody from my life. I really thought it was going to say I could erase somebody from my life, and she was going to say Ashley, and I thought, wow, that's mean. Oh my goodness. I really thought that was going to go in a different direction. Okay, it's just erase somebody from my memories is all it is. Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it. Like, I think this is pretty... could there be an easier decision to make? Just don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Like, really? I'm about to cast an evil spell? Like if there's anything I've learned from this game is to not cast evil spells. Like, just don't do it. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry, reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I'm gonna go with number 2, I guess. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you to come back here. I told you to never come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence, is that the name of the squirrel? Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? Who? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felled, but not only by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Okay. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Key, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into class. How? Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. What are they having an argument? What's happening?
I told you to save it for after class.
What are you telling him? You're making him cry.
You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clink appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Whir.
But no, you had to show off for your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J and J forever. Watch us from a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, word. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
What is sad beep? Aw. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh no. Beep. Bzz. Oh no. Miriam, did you kill him with your words?
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Ew, what the heck? Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from, and it makes everybody extremely uncomfortable. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school, eh? Well, that was unfortunate and weird and awkward, and I don't want to be here anymore. Can we leave? But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown challenge exam.
I'm nervous.
I'm still working on a title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Who, Miriam? Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. We're calling him a boy? It's a pressure cooker. Whatever. Whatever. It's just whatever. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
I mean, maybe there's room on a horse for you too? I don't know. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest, anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to prepare a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley.